Hi guys, in this video I'm sharing a quick update on how some of the things we chose this school year, how it have been working for us. I've never really made a video like this before, however this year, particularly because we chose the fixed grammar, I did say in one of my curriculum videos that I will come back and share how some of the things have been working. So this is going to be one of those updates. It's going to be a general update, but I'm probably going to focus more on stuff like fixed grammar and some of the stuff from the critical thinking company. All right, so I'll start with math. We've been using Math UC for a very long time, but the reason why I wanted to talk about math first is because even though I've been using it for a long time, I've actually had 2 times over the last couple of years where I actually did consider switching from Math UC. Last year being one of those, and I think I also mentioned that in my 4th graders curriculum. However, I'm so happy that I did not switch. Firstly, math. I know Math UC does not work for everybody that tried it. Most curriculums, have that. You have who it works for and who it doesn't. But anyway, but Math UC in particular, it is our main math curriculum, and I must say that in general, it has provided I guess a space in our homeschool where I kind of feel like we are in a good place. And we have had some rocky spots where either one child did not like it, or even though she was performing, or another one who was struggling for a little bit. But this year they are all doing so well, to the extent where the child who was struggling last year, this is one of her favorite. She have 2 favorite subjects this year, and it so happens that those 2 subjects were the 2 subjects that she was struggling in last year, and that's math and grammar, but we'll get to grammar next. So I just wanted to share that because I personally really do like the Math UC curriculum, and I'm just so happy that they're all doing really well this year. All right, so grammar, fixed grammar. I am happy with how that is working. Now, I don't want to sound as if everything is working, because that's not the case, but fixed grammar, I do like it. My concern with grammar last year was that even though the first language lessons worked well for one of my kids, for my other 2, it just was not working. And after searching around, I decided to try fixed grammar because I wanted them to be able to not just look at grammar like from just, definitions and, introduction of new terms, but being able to like break it down to like the sentence level. And I needed help, a curriculum that will help me help them do that, and fixed grammar is really helping us with that. Not only that, they're actually enjoying it, and as I said, that's one of my kids, her favorite subject this year, which is we're just in a totally different space than where we were last year, where we just had to basically put our main grammar curriculum down for a little bit. But yeah, I really do like the fixed grammar. I did want to say as well, I do like the first language lessons. I've expressed that in one of my videos before. But one thing that I'm noticing with fixed grammar, and this is a little bit of, guess, of admission or confession, as someone who can admit that grammar is not my strong suit, the difference that I'm noticing with fixed grammar for myself as well as their mom, as their teacher, is that it's actually helping me as well with regards to, like proper application, if that makes sense. So that's something to, to say in a video, but it is true. And I do like that as well. So as a teacher resource, I really do like it. Now, I know it's limited to just one story, like per like level or whatever, but for now I really do like it. Now, I do want to say that the ly and adverbs and stuff, the list at the back, we haven't been actually starting to like pull out like those strong adverbs or ly strong adjectives or ly adverbs and putting them in that list. But together with my mindset, like with vocabulary and something else this year, was I didn't want us to do a lot of things where we were repeating the same thing over and over. And I actually picked up, this is still grammar, but I have the level 1 and 2 in this writing skills, and I got this building writing skills, and in here it has a space for like where they collect like vivid verbs, strong adjectives, active verbs, and different things like that. So it's a little bit of it's kind of similar in my opinion. Now I'm going to be using this with my eldest first, but it's not going to necessarily be as a curriculum. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to use this, but not really as a curriculum, but sort of as, how do I want to say, as a resource, a collection of of verbs and adjectives that they could kind of use as their own personal resource. I don't know if that makes sense. But I also like the fact that it goes through, in here, it goes through like a lot of the different aspects that they would have to be familiar with, like when they start to go into reading, like really start to go deeper into reading comprehension, like similes and metaphors and hyperboles, like all of that is in here. Yeah, right. But as I said, I'm going to use this with my eldest. I'm going to copy this and give this to her, and I may get a copy for my fourth grader, but where we might be just doing selective parts and just using it really slowly. The only thing I would say is that at the very beginning of the book, where they have to this is still grammar. The only thing is that there are certain parts where they have to match the words with their meanings, but instead of putting the actual word, they have to put the letter. I may just have them write the word, because I don't know, I think that is going to make it where, they can actually, see the word and its meaning right next to each other. And also, as I said, this is basically at the beginning of the book. And then where they have to match the vivid verb with, like another common verb. Same thing where they have to match, instead of putting the word next to it, they have you put the letter. I think I'll just have them write the word because it's small words. And the reason why I say that I may have my fourth grader start with this, but we might just be doing like, I'm talking like 2 pages, is because yesterday when we were playing Minecraft, and she likes to do oral stories, but she kept saying, she would say said, he said, she said, he said, she said a lot. And my eldest and I were, like intermittently trying to give her like alternative words to use to do something that she does naturally for fun. So anyway, this is a long stray from fixed grammar, but that is just to say why it is I don't know, I'm a little bit, I guess here or there as to if it is we actually going to go through and pull out those ly and strong adjectives at the back, or if we're just going to focus on something like this. It's not like something that I've definitely decided we're not going to do, but I really don't want us to be doing things just for, doing its sake. But the main curriculum itself, we are absolutely enjoying it, and it has definitely made grammar, like turn things around in grammar for us this year. All right, so I know I kind of strayed there with grammar, but one other thing that I wanted to add to grammar is our paragraph editing by Evan Moore that we are doing. I really like how that is working with the fixed grammar, because the both of them, it has them practicing using editing marks, and they're going through and correcting sentences, and well, in the paragraph editing paragraphs, I think it's like the paragraph editing is a little bit of a practice of what it is they're actually doing in the fixed grammar. Not exactly, it's not lining up exactly, but it's working out pretty well because they're all doing it. I did say in my curriculum when I was showing the inside of it, that at the time I didn't like how the answers was right on the opposite page. Now I still stand by the fact that it is a little bit cumbersome always having to find something but to block off the answer. But you know what, it is actually in the best place, because in the inner margin there's like a key for them to look and see like how much spelling errors or commas or whatever other like editing marks they need to find in the paragraph, and it's actually in the perfect place. So I really am liking how the paragraph editing is working with the fixed grammar. So in general this year I really like where we're at in grammar. Writing, however, is a little bit of a so-so. All right, so for my younger ones, we're using the writing with ease, and we're just chugging along. No, real complaints, so to speak. I had a moment, well, last year, we were really in a tough place with writing as well, but I had just decided to just take it easy with them, and that is working out really well. So we are still using the writing with ease with my younger ones, and it's working all right. Now, for my eldest, now as a curriculum, she really enjoys doing the writing rhetoric. She really does. And she looks forward to do it. Her face lights up when she's doing it. She really enjoys a lot of these, the stories. A lot of Greek mythology, but she seems to really enjoy that, and she's performing pretty well. So we are sort of behind, so to speak, in this curriculum, because we are now like coming towards the end of this book 3, and technically she should be in book 7 in this curriculum, but I am glad that we didn't just skip it around. And that's because the outlining in here, even though we've done it, I don't know if it is she really understands it thoroughly. And I realize that I tend to like curriculum where it works not just as something that they can work through, but something that can work as a resource for me, where if I needed to like just go back and specifically find an area that they're struggling in, it's easy to kind of go to that and use that to explain or go over something that they're struggling with. And I'm not too sure if in that aspect, if this curriculum is that for me. It may be for someone else. I'm not saying that we don't like it, because as I said, it is a favorite curriculum. Now, with that in mind, I have been looking around again. Before our school year, I was really really being sold on the whole idea of someone possibly helping me teach writing, and I was looking into IEW's writing curriculum, but as I expressed before, I'm really torn between not just the cost per se, but more so for the cost. If it is, I would really be up for like the setting up, the setting up process. So if anyone who's new to it and it really has turned around your homeschool and you don't mind sharing, like I would really appreciate a little bit of help on this. But anyway, I'm really thinking about that. I also was looking at writing essentials, because I guess writing essentials have a marking scheme that can help you with judging their written work, because you judging it as their parent, you're a little bit biased. I know I am, but outside of correcting their grammar, I think everything that my kids write is wonderful. But so apparently the writing essentials has something built in there supposed to help you with that. And but I'm probably leaning more towards the writing with skill, which is from the Well-Trained Mind as well. That is their curriculum that is up from Writing with Ease. Now, I did not go with that essentially because honestly, even though my eldest did really well with the Writing with Ease curriculum, that was not her favorite curriculum by any means. And and it's just the truth. We stuck with that and with math based on how she was performing. And I tried to put other things in there that she enjoyed doing. But here we are now. As I said, it's not that she's not that she can't do it, but yeah. I don't know what else to say with that for right now. But I will come back again, God spare, later on in the year and kind of give another update on that. So as I said, we are using these writing skills books. This is the one that she is using, and my 4th grader is using. Oh yeah, I did say how writing is going for my younger too. Right, so writing with skills. Now it's just my 4th grader, my 7th grader doing this. Now this is not if it is you have a little one that struggles with with learning in any way, this is not something that, in my opinion, that you could just give to them and have them do. So I am actually reading through this with my fourth grader. We're going through really slowly, and we are working through this. Now, I'll tell you what I do like about this. I do like that it goes through the main forms of writing, types of writing, and it shows you like the writing process, and then it then further goes into breaking down that writing process in bullet point format, right? So I really do like that. And then after that, for each type of writing, it then walks you through one example. And that is where my only criticism would come into play. It walks you through one example for each type of writing. So it goes through the 4 main styles of writing here. Well, technically 3, but narrative is broken down into 2. But anyway, so it goes through each, and then it gives you, walks you through an example. But I'm thinking that probably they walk you through one to try to keep the cost down. But that being said, I do like this page in particular, because as they are practicing, now they mostly write story narratives, but I do want them to try, give opinion writing in particular a try. And I do like these pages, and they have it for each type of writing. I do like this page in particular, because then as they are working on just, freehand, not so structured writing, especially for my younger two, this printout they can use to kind of help them, get in the habit of following a process of writing, and not just, just brain dumping is what I want to see, but I don't know how that will come off. But anyway, that's what I want to see. But I do like this page in particular. So I do like this. Now, I have given this, my eldest, she started with this one, but the narrative section, she wrote one story after following this, and that part wasn't a problem. But when she got to the argumentative, I believe, the argumentative right here, she was struggling. That was her words, that she was struggling. And I decided to print out the first one and give to her, because I'm wondering if probably she needs to give the opinion writing, like give this a try first, because I guess the way my mind is thinking, probably she needs some practice in, taking her opinions and not just having them and putting them down in paper, because if she gets stronger with expressing her opinions, then she can, move on to trying to persuade or argue why someone should, consider her opinion or win somebody over to her opinion. So she's a little bit between these two, the blue book and the yellow book. But these are not books that I intend for us to necessarily finish in this year. I do like these as a resource that, they can use until it's finished. So my eldest is using the level 1 and 2, and the book 1 and 2, I should say. No, it's called level 1 and 2. And the green book, it's going to be, as I said, like something to kind of collect, resource for their writing, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, so I do like this Building Writing Skills, all 3 books by the Critical Thinking Company. My only complaint would be I wish it had more examples. Oh, and with these books, with these writing skills books, I also like that each style of writing, there is a page with writing prompts. Now, it doesn't mean that they may like the writing prompts that it has there, but I do like that it has it in there as an option. So that's where we're at with writing. I'm at a place where I am somewhat, still considering, other writing curriculums, but, we still have quite a bit to go in the school year, so we would see. All right, so for reading comprehension, but my youngest, she's just doing a scholastic, simple reading comprehension workbook, no real complaints there. And for my fourth and my eldest, we are using the Reading Detective by the Critical Thinking Company. This is a PDF copy. Now, for my fourth grader, similarly to their building writing skills, if you have a little one that is struggling with any form of, like learning, or they get really stressed out if they have like a lot of reading to do, on, you know, like on their own. This is also something that I don't think you could just give to them, at least not the entire book, probably little sections, but it's not something that you could just give to them and have them, you know, like work through it. So I have to go through this and the building writing skills with her, and that's kind of like why it is I'm torn with IEW's writing curriculum. Not sure if I'm coming away with the right, you know, feedback when I watch videos, but it seems as if there is quite a bit that is still required on your part, and for the investment I'm really concerned. So whew, Lord help me. But anyway, so for my fourth grader, we are going through this. No real complaints. I just have to go through it with her. For my eldest, she is doing the A1 in this, and she is actually she enjoys the story. No, she actually enjoys the Evermore. She enjoys both of them, but the stories in the Evermore, she particularly said that she really liked that one. So for both of them, we are doing, you know, pretty well, and she's working through them pretty quickly. I asked if she just wanted to skip it and move on to, you know, like the other book, but she likes the story, so we're just going to work through them first. So she really likes to read and she's enjoying the stories. So for reading comprehension, we are doing okay. Now for literature, we are using, for my eldest, my 7th grader, we are using Signatures by Harcourt, and we've done 3 of these stories together with all of the activities. What I do want to get though, I had mentioned this since the beginning of the school year and I still haven't gotten it. I need to get a general literature guide from TPT. I actually got the idea from someone who left a comment on one of my videos, my 7th grade curriculum video. I do need to get one because I got out of my mind. I listened just a little literature guide specifically for that book, and that I guess there's a whole lot of that series that you can get on Amazon. And I thought you would have wanted to do that one first. So I listened to the story on Audible, and she wanted to do this. So that's what we're doing. But the only thing you know, I'll say it's going fine, but I do need to get a general literature guide. I think I need just a little bit something else so that we're not limited to just the stories in here, right? Because we have been going to the library more regularly than we used to. So I want us to be able to possibly, you know, take advantage of some of the books that she really have been enjoying picking up at the library that, you know, on my own, you know, I'm not sure if I would be able to do it without, you know, like a literature guide. So I still need to pick up something like that. Now, for most of our other subjects like spelling, reading, science, geography, social studies, history, no real, you know, we're just chugging along. And that's that. And I think that's it. That actually covers it all. Most of our other subjects, we're just moving along nicely. I mean, sometimes, you know, life happens and we may have a day that we miss, you know, here or there, and we may have to make up or just, you know, miss it. But for the most part, you know, we are just chugging along with our other subjects. So anyway, I'll wrap this video up here. I found my videos this year have been really long. But anyway, if you've watched the video this far, thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions or you want to leave a comment, you know, especially about IEW, you know, please feel free to do that below. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if it is you found it helpful, and if you would like to keep up with updates on some of the things that I discussed, you know, consider subscribing, and I will talk to you in another video. Bye.